Welcome, Dr. James Beckett, Sports Card Insights. Another card panel showing Buck Showalter up through George Sisler, doing alphabetically. It's multi-sport, more baseball than anything else, but certainly some other minor sports and celebrities are thrown in. So it's of interest when people come back here and look at cards. I'm not a plastic sheet guy. I'm showing them on the wall and they can look up close, and it's mainly looking at the front of the card. But for example, Buck Showalter, he lives a mile away. My wife bumped into his wife, and he was obviously out of town when you're in baseball, but he's local, so I'll probably keep it here just because he might come over. Not that he's a superstar, but he's been a great enduring manager. This is when he was an aspiring outfielder in the Yankee system, but he found his calling as a manager. Don Shula, along with David, his son, that coaching tree, very competitive with Coach Landry, but Don Shula, definite Hall of Fame coach. This is from the National Convention, crimped, limited set, a 9.5. But like I said, grading your own cards, I won't say it's impossible, but it's really hard to grade your own cards because you can't see the defects. Looks like a 10 to me. Heath Schuler, Tennessee, Redskins, but I'm not a big politico. I've done a few episodes that mention some political themes, but I'm really not very political. I vote, and so I know he was in the Congress, and that's great, but not going to get him on. It's mainly a sports card wall of fame. He was good, but not great comparatively. Jack Sikma, he had a signature move. I remember that. I won't say he was unstoppable, but he got his 20 and 10, it seemed like, every night. And now finally is in the Hall of Fame, and that's good. But he had to wait because he wasn't a perennial first-team All-Pro. Al Simmons, I don't think I'm going to use this pink batter up, but it's amazing. I was mentioning to Mike Moynihan, I used to collect those by colors. I'll probably keep this one because this is the only one I've seen of this strip card, W565. It's cut off the back of something. And we have Jefferson Burdick to thank for the nomenclature. Phil Simms, I like his announcing okay. I think he was a good quarterback, but I don't know that I'm going to have him up there forever, but he's a reasonable placeholder. OJ, based on exploits, this is a 3.5. Maybe that's a statement right there. You put him up there with a VG card that's slab, but I think he's not going to make it. It's just, I really like positive tone, and there's just a lot of negativity in the balance of the discussion of OJ. And that's sad because he was so great on the field and in movies and commercials and all that. Okay, Billy Sims, he was Barry Sanders before there was a Barry Sanders. In fact, I think he's one of the reasons why Barry retired early, because Billy Sims put his body in harm's way and was just fabulous until I either blew out his knee. But it's a very rough sport. He's from East Texas, and so I have people that knew him when he was in high school and the big hair, but he was great in his prime. So I may keep him up there because of the local interest. This is Mike Singletary and family, and I've got the same thing going with a couple other of these Pro Line cards, which I think are really interesting. So I met Mike Singletary, nice guy, coached in the area. Very intense. I prefer that one over this sticker autograph. It's not terrible. And the other thing is to look at this. This is 1988 Pro Set. It's a test issue. And if you're sitting in the NFL office or the players and you walk in with this card and you say, we're Pro Set, it would be Lud Denny, we're Pro Set. These are the kind of football cards we want to make. We want to have good photography. We want to feature the players, make them look good, make a living set, all these concepts that Lud pioneered. You look at this card and you say, hey, yeah, when football was only tops back in those days. So this helped Pro Set get the license, and the rest is history because Lud Denny 10x'd the football hobby for sure. And finally, George Sisler popped out of the book, and I don't know why I didn't get them to put a grade on the card, because the card looks really, the book, they're all perfed in there. It's hard to get them out without messing them up, and this looks perfectly popped. Maybe I had to request with BAS, please grade the card and the autograph. It's a 10 autograph. George Sisler, that's old school. You can obviously read his name. George Sisler, great hitter, batted .400, end of story. So thanks, everybody.